Neil, how pleased are you tonight?
Very pleased. I mean, I'm more pleased for the players. You know, they took a little bit of a pounding over these last few weeks, but we've stuck together. You know, we've worked hard in training this week at, you know, changing things up a little bit, and you know, I think we got our just rewards today. You know, we've you know, if you look at just at our back four, you know, we brought Chris in. I thought was outstanding. You know, from Kendall, and obviously Joe's come in, Danny's coming in. These are all young boys. You know, from Evo Stick leagues, and in Joe's case, Northwest Counties. And obviously Sean alongside him. But the main thing for me is the attitude was fantastic. It was always going to be difficult against the wind first half, but you could see we had a new shape the way we played, and I thought the front two were excellent. You know, and Margaret's runs and movements was just a little bit too much, I think.
Yeah, you talk about training and working hard. One thing you couldn't prepare for was the wind today, but you certainly played the conditions better than Corby this afternoon, and deservedly so.
Yeah, I think we went back to the base what we started with, really. You know, when we came into the football club, you know, it was always about size and, you know, and battling, and you know, in many ways we haven't been able to do that due to injuries, suspensions, which we have had a lot of. You know, and you know, we don't make excuses, but you know, it's there, you know, for everybody to say. And we knew today was going to be a battle. I've been here before with Chester. It was always hard, you know, to come here and win. There's other clubs come here and not won, but as you say, you know, we've had a certain way of playing. We've stuck to it. First half, I thought we were very good in terms of nullifying them to very little. Although Stav's made two great saves in the same action, but we should have probably scored when Jon's cleaned through. And then you think again, oh no, you know, we've not scored. Are we going to get on the front foot? But the main thing for me is, you know, I'm so proud of the players. You know, they've stuck at it. We have had a lot of stick, rightly so in some quarters, wrongly probably in others. But you know, we're a new group of players coming together. But this is one victory. You know, let's not get too carried away. But for once, I can enjoy my Sunday.
Johnny Marget's scored 2 goals today, both penalties, and he won them both as well. Yeah. And I know he's had a couple of chances of open play. But tell us about the qualities that he's brought to the side.
I think you can see from his movement today compared to what you got to remember is, particularly with these loan lads, they haven't played a lot of football at their parent club. So if you look at the likes of John, I said to Gary before, you know, his movement today and his running, he's probably done more in that game in terms of his movements than he probably has in the last 2, because he's more confident now. He knows his fitness levels, where they are. He's getting to know the boys, he's getting to know the group, we're getting to know him. But I thought his movement, if somebody, I'm sure Dan has, you know, if somebody just looked at his movement throughout the game and some of his link-up play with Kay, and when you know you've got somebody who's willing to go in behind all the time, then, you know, the players know what they can get.
It must be horrible to defend against. He's just on the move all the time, just playing off the shoulder of the last man.
He is, yeah, and we spoke, you know, if you look at our midfield today, we've played, you know, Tongi in a little bit more of a withdrawn role. I thought Wade, when he came on, was very good, you know, and Lewis, when you've got Lewis who's 6'3", Lewis is, you know, he's always had a little bit more of a holding midfield role here and other clubs, but if you've got him rampaging around the pitch at his size, and I thought Carl Edson was excellent, took his goal very well, you know, and if you look at us, we're big, we were strong, we were physical in all areas, which is what when we came in, and that was that's what we were going to do, and so we've gone back to that. It's allowed us to, because of the personnel we now have, and obviously we had John's movements.
I hope he was suitably disappointed when you substituted him, because he was on a hat-trick.
He was, but you know, I didn't take him off for any other reason. Is that we've got that many injuries at the moment. Paul Connolly and Ross Killick both injured themselves in a friendly in midweek, so they're both out with hamstrings. Abs Baggy's got a tight hamstring after training on Thursday. So you know, we're down to 16 players today, and you know, I've got to take care that, you know, we've got a lot of games coming up over the Christmas period. I know John probably wanted his 2, but you look at the 2 boys who've come on, they've linked up well. Mo should score, you know, nearly scored again, Mo, a bit later on. So when you've got that pace coming off the bench, you know, it is frightening, and it's more about, you know, preserving, you know, the fitness of the players and making sure that we you know, we've got everybody to go to Boston with next week, which is another very, very difficult game. And
let's have a word about Big K. Great attitude this afternoon, and he earned that goal today. And possibly wouldn't have played if Caden Jackson's deal had gone through. So to go out and play like he did this afternoon and to get that goal, how deserved was that?
One thing you'll get from Kay, you know, his goal record hasn't been great. I think he'll openly admit that. But I don't think you can ever knock what he gives to the team. There's going to be games when he looks as if he's not doing a great deal, but isn't that non-league football? And you know, in the main, yeah, our goals haven't been coming, you know, and I'm sure, you know, it's been mentioned many times, you know, Christian's obviously scoring goals at Mac, so it's easy to, you know, to look but we've got what we've got at this football club, and that's what we've got to work with. It's no good looking at the past. You know, you've got to look at the future. You know, we've all won things, and we've all done well here. We've also all made mistakes, and we've all done poorly in some stretches. But memories are what they are. You know, we've had good memories. I've had good memories with clubs, but this is about the future. It's about the future of this football club. And I think you speak to Mike Flynn, who is, you know, a Stockport lad through and through, and I'm sure he'll tell you if you sat down with him at any stage how hard. You know, he might see us as outsiders. I don't know what people's views are of us, but if anyone's working as hard as what we are and have been doing for this football club, then fair play to them. But I don't think there'll be many. You know, we've been working our socks off to get it right, and we'll continue to work our socks off to get it right. You know, we want to do well here. We want to do well for the football club. It's not me spouting. You know, people have said you've heard it before. It's not. Anyone who knows me, I'm straight up and honest. You know, and we work very hard, and hopefully, you know, we're going in the right direction. One result doesn't, you know, paper over what's happened in the last probably 5 to 6 weeks. But what it does do is lift the confidence of the players.
It's a big win. It's your biggest win since you took over. It's a big 3 points. Well done.
Thank you very much. Cheers.